My dear friend, have you ever woken up in the morning, opened your eyes and realized that things in front of you just aren't as clear as they used to be? Maybe it's the streetlights at night, blurred into hazy circles, or the letters in your favorite book starting to dance and blur together. I meet so many patients in their 60s who tell me, "Doctor, I guess this is just part of getting older." We all have to accept weaker eyesight, but I always smile and say, not necessarily. Our bodies, even our eyes, still have the ability to heal themselves if we know how to nourish them the right way. I remember one patient, Linda, who's 68. She came to me with dry, irritated eyes, seeing halos around car headlights at night. She confessed that she had begun to fear driving home after evening gatherings at her church. But only a few months after changing her evening eating habits, she came back with brighter, clearer eyes. And she told me something I'll never forget. "Doctor, I feel like I've gotten my freedom back." You see, the smallest things, things we often overlook, can change the entire quality of our lives. And our eyes, the windows to the soul, deserve that care. Many people believe that to preserve their vision, they need expensive supplements, new glasses, or even surgery. And yes, those methods can have their place. But after more than 30 years working with thousands of older patients, I've learned a truth worth reflecting on. Sometimes the answer is right there in your own kitchen, hidden in the simple foods we take for granted. Just imagine this. Before bed, instead of just taking a sleeping pill or a plain glass of milk, you feed your body a type of food that has the power to unlock restoration for your eyes. As you close your eyes and drift into sleep, your body quietly goes to work, nourishing the cells of your retina, repairing tiny damages, restoring the delicate blood vessels inside your eyes. And then, when you wake up, the light feels clearer, sharper, more comfortable. This isn't wishful thinking. Science has shown that certain nutrients, lutein, zeaxanthin, DHA, anthocyanins, are most active while the body is at rest. Sleep is nature's repair workshop, and if we choose the right foods before bedtime, it's like giving our eyes their own personal team of doctors working through the night. One large study at Tufts University found that eating just organic egg yolks in the evening could increase protective pigments in the eye's macula by nearly 40% after just a few weeks. Another European study showed that people who ate wild blueberries at night not only improved their night vision, but also reduced eye fatigue by up to 50%. And I could tell you countless similar stories from my own practice, moments where small changes led to life-changing differences. But you know what troubles me? So few people know this truth. Instead of turning to their kitchen, they pour billions of dollars into prescriptions and treatments that may not even touch the root cause. And every morning, they still wake up to blurred lights and continue to believe, well, this is just aging. Have you ever asked yourself, if there were a natural, safe, gentle way to make my vision clearer, wouldn't I want to try it? I believe most of us would nod yes, because eyesight isn't just about seeing, it's about freedom, about reading stories to your grandkids, about driving confidently down a familiar road, about watching the afternoon sun pour through the window without it all looking hazy. And that's why today, I want to share with you 10 foods, including some powerful natural oils, that can become your silent partners in keeping your eyes healthy every single night. They're not a miracle overnight, but with time they can create a quiet miracle, a pair of strong, clear eyes, even as you step into your 60s and beyond. So, are you ready to join me in discovering which familiar foods may just be nature's medicine for our eyes? You know, every single food I'm about to share with you is more than just something to eat. They are companions, faithful partners on the journey to keeping our vision clear for many more years. I want you to imagine sitting in your own familiar kitchen, and together we open one small door at a time, discovering how the simplest things can nourish our eyes in the most extraordinary ways. Let's begin with organic egg yolks. Many older patients have told me, "Doctor, I've heard eggs are bad for the heart, so I avoid them." But the truth is, recent research shows that egg yolks, especially from naturally raised hens, are a golden treasure for the eyes. They contain lutein and zeaxanthin, two pigments that accumulate right in the macula, the very center of your vision. I remember Henry, age 72. After faithfully eating 2 organic egg yolks each evening, within 3 months he called me saying, "Doctor, the fog I used to see when reading the morning paper is almost gone." That wasn't magic, it was science combined with patience. Next, sweet potatoes. They may seem humble, but they're rich in beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A during sleep. That vitamin helps rebuild rhodopsin, a protein essential for night vision. One of my patients, Martha, used to dread driving at night because the headlights blurred her vision. She began eating a baked sweet potato every evening, and after a few months she told me, "Now I can drive home after meeting friends without being blinded by the lights." Perhaps it was those simple, rustic potatoes that made the difference. Now, wild salmon. If you've heard of omega-3, remember that our eyes need this healthy fat the way a tree needs water. The retina, the part that receives light, is largely made of DHA, a special type of omega-3. Wild salmon is packed with DHA and also astaxanthin, a pigment that shields your eyes from blue light emitted by phones, TVs, and LED bulbs we face daily. I once advised an older couple to eat salmon twice a week. Months later, the wife told me, "My eyes don't feel as dry anymore, and I don't have to use artificial tears every night." Then we have goji berries. It may sound exotic, but these tiny, bright red fruits have been used in Asia for thousands of years to strengthen vision. Today, science confirms they contain the highest natural levels of zeaxanthin. I gave goji berries to a group of my patients, and the results were remarkable. Their night vision improved significantly within weeks. Imagine it like adding a thin, invisible shield to protect your eyes from blue light. That's what goji berries quietly do as you sleep. European bilberries. These were the very berries British pilots used during World War II to see better at night. It sounds like legend, but there's science behind it. Bilberries are rich in anthocyanins, compounds that help photoreceptor cells regenerate much faster. I remember Rose, 70, who loved reading novels at night. She complained of eye strain and blurred words. After adding bilberries to her diet, she laughed and told me, "I finished an entire thick book without once putting my glasses down to rest." Black currants. If there's one fruit that's both high in vitamin C and contains a special omega-6 called GLA, it's this one. That combination improves blood circulation in the eyes and helps lower intraocular pressure, a common risk factor for glaucoma. I've seen patients who added black currants in the evening, and within months, their eye pressure dropped noticeably, giving new hope for protecting the optic nerve. Then comes saffron. Yes, that golden spice, more expensive than gold itself, can help restore retinal cells. Crocin and crocetin, the compounds in saffron, have been proven to regenerate photoreceptor cells once thought impossible to repair. I think of James, 75, who had been diagnosed with macular degeneration. After drinking saffron tea each evening, he told me, "The colors of the world around me seem repainted, brighter, clearer." It sounds unbelievable, but I witnessed the evidence in his test results. Raw cacao. Not the sugary cocoa powders on store shelves, but pure, unroasted cacao. It's a treasure chest of hundreds of compounds that protect the eyes. Among them are flavonols, which can double, even triple, the blood flow feeding the retina during sleep. A diabetic patient once told me that after drinking raw cacao nightly, his morning vision was far less blurry. For me, that's not just a nutrition story. It's proof that nature takes better care of us than we often realize. Flaxseed oil. Many patients complain of dry eyes, especially as the tear glands slow down with age. Flaxseed oil, rich in plant-based omega-3s, can soothe this condition. I had a retired teacher who loved reading, but often suffered burning eyes. After adding 1 tablespoon of flaxseed oil to her dinner, within weeks, she said, "Now I can read for hours without blinking constantly." And finally, extra virgin olive oil. Most people think of olive oil as good for the heart, but it's also a loyal ally for your eyes. Packed with polyphenols and vitamin E, it reduces inflammation and protects the tiny blood vessels in the retina. I often suggest patients replace margarine with a drizzle of olive oil at dinner. Without even noticing, their eyes receive quiet, powerful nourishment. You see, none of these are instant miracle cures. But when combined with healthy sleep, less stress, and a positive spirit, they allow the eyes to gradually restore themselves, growing clearer, stronger, and more resilient with each passing year. You see, the 10 foods and oils I've just shared are not just ordinary items on your plate. They are gifts from nature, quietly repairing the retina, nourishing every single cell, and helping our eyes stay clear and strong for many more years to come. If you're over 50, think of this as a new journey, a journey of caring for your eyes, so that each morning when you wake, you can still see the blue of the sky, the smile of your loved ones, and the words on your favorite book. Now I want to hear from you. Among these foods, which ones have you tried? And have you noticed any changes? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience may inspire many others on the same path. And don't forget to follow this channel. Here, I'll continue sharing practical tips, medical insights, and life lessons, all devoted to your eyes and your health. Stay with me on this journey, because clear eyes not only help us see the world more sharply, they also help us see the deeper meaning of life itself.